Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another scene set in Darkness in Dublin, Vampire the Masquerade venue, and tonight we set the scene in Delano's restaurant. Delano having left, having put the closed restaurant in the care of his beloved child Monique. And Francis is paying her a visit. He arrives, and yeah. Francis approaches Monique.
Oh, Monique is in the office. You have to knock the door.
He'll knock the door.
Come in.
Oh look, Francis enters and approaches Monique.
Let's just gonna get up and go and hug him for a bit. Because after all, we haven't seen each other since the portal thing.
No, not since the portal blew up and almost killed Francis.
Yeah. So yeah, he's gonna hug him and kiss him and be like, "I'm glad you're okay."
So am I.
Come, let's sit. And we're gonna go towards the small couch that's in the office.
Yeah, he sits down.
So how are you?
Not well. But better.
Is to be expected. Well, I didn't expect that I'd be almost sucked into that.
No, Schmidt seems to have a bad habit of not disclosing the full details of their actions. It's almost like it's a historic trend of theirs.
Well, I guess next time I'll just say my goodbyes outside. Or whatever. I don't know.
In any case, I'm glad you didn't get sucked in with us.
Oh, I'm glad too. I knowing what you would have done, I'm really glad I wasn't in there. Because you're always ready to throw yourself, and that's. Mm. You know, I still have protection on me. You don't. But regardless of that, you're just going for it.
What choice do I have?
Well, I would agree with you if we didn't know what we know, but I mean, okay, if something happens to me, something will happen to someone. We don't know who, we don't know where. I'm okay with that. You don't need to die so that someone we don't know doesn't.
Pardon?
I said you don't need to die so that someone we don't know doesn't die.
I'd prefer to keep as many people around me as alive as possible.
Yeah, same. But if I wasn't there, I believe that less people would come out. You want to talk about what happened in there?
To be honest, not really.
That's fine. I don't know if I'm ready to hear anything, if I'm being honest.
It was a very dark experience.
Oh, I had a meeting with Emily last night.
How did that go? She was extremely helpful.
Yes, that's why I invited her over to thank her.
I do intend to offer her a boon once she's released from her encounter. She's brought into the Camarilla proper.
Mm.
I've already promised to vouch for her, and she's gone above and beyond. Her range of skills is somewhat limited, but she's good at them. And she's gone out of her way for us.
Yeah, she seemed very reserved, but and anxious as an individual, but she seems okay. Oh, I invited her to the party.
Not really her setting, but we'll see what she makes of it.
Oh, well, I did order her quite an outfit for it.
I guess.
I mean, what are you planning to wear? You know what kind of place it is, right?
Hmm. Not entirely certain.
Well, I have made my choice, but I guess you have to wait to see it.
Look forward to it.
Do you have any developments with Katrina?
Katrina's back in line.
Are you certain?
No, quite set.
I do, I do hope so. You didn't bind her, did you?
No.
Okay, just asking. She's a bit strong-headed. Have you told her what to say?
Pardon?
I'm gonna be taking her to my sire tomorrow. Have you told her what to say?
What do you mean, what to say?
Well, she will have to explain how she ended up a harpy.
True.
And granted, she doesn't know everything, but it implicates the both of us, and yeah, we need to filter out what information goes back to my sire.
I think she knows better than to say anything, but just make sure to cover it with her.
What would you suggest we agree upon?
I'm not sure.
Well, you know better than both of us what you need to be concealed and what not.
Pardon?
You know better than both of us what needs to be concealed and what not.
Hmm.
Like, okay, we can just say that Hennessy appeared out of nowhere and and punched you once he tried to stop him or something? I mean, we can't avoid telling
Delano's
him
going
that.
to dig, but we'll just see where the cards fall on that one. It's not like Hennessy even gave up that much information to begin with, so...
Well, we were inside for the most part of it, weren't we? So,
You were. Yeah.
well, she was too. Like, okay, I followed her after she came back out, but I guess I'll try to steer the conversation away from that and more towards, we'll have to help her with her new duties kind of thing.
I suppose we'll see what comes of it.
I just hope we don't fall on our faces.
We won't, I don't think so.
Hmm. Well, my Sarah's a fox.
True.
Very sly. And he knows me far better than I know him. So, like, far, far better. I just hope that Katrina remains as quiet as possible when it comes to the events. I find it weird though. How the hell? I mean, Hennessy had time to go and see you at any time. How is it that it happened when both of us were there?
I don't know, and I'm largely past caring, to be honest.
Mm. Well, I guess now you have a boon from him. That's something. Maybe bank it until it's needed.
It's not what I'm going to do. I don't see any need to spend it now. There's nothing to really look for.
Yeah, I agree. I hope he doesn't take it the wrong way, though. You know how he is.
I don't think he has much reason to.
I don't trust him. Nor like him.
I don't mind him, to be honest.
Oh well.
But I do think he is somewhat suspect.
Well, so far I haven't had a positive interaction with him, so my opinion is rather biased. And I just hate this whole deal with Katrina. I feel he's trying to turn her against us. So he'll create some fake drama and disarray within our ranks. Whatever that gets him.
A good time, maybe.
Oh, well, if he wants a good time, may I suggest a brothel?
Pardon, what did you say?
If he wants fun or amusement, may I suggest a brothel?
I don't think that would be his thing.
I can't imagine why.
Well, I don't think we have to be too nervous about that particular issue.
Oh, well, I think I'm gonna be nervous for every issue because every time I relax, something will happen. So I guess if we're ready for it, uh, I guess at least we're prepared, I suppose.
Hmm. I suppose I'm less nervous simply because there's too much to go over.
Well, you certainly have way too much on your plate right now, so.
I'm fighting 3 separate wars, one of which involves a red lister. I have to deal with a blood-hunted anarch. And investigating who's trying to unravel my finances.
Oh, that's a lot of shit for one person.
It is, it's annoying.
Why is everyone after you?
I don't know. I'm becoming impatient though.
Impatient is one thing, but try not to rush things. It might lead you to make a mistake, and that. Well, I'll just say that whoever's after you is going to take full advantage of it, I expect.
Oh, I know. Still, if they think they can so trivially spar me, they're going for a rude surprise.
Well, I pity whoever tries.
Hmm. What about you?
What?
What about you?
What about me?
How have you been?
I've been better. Honestly, yeah. I mean, okay, I can pretend that I'm fine and everything's good and well.
Be careful, because that's a facade that will eventually crack.
Mm. Well, been able to keep it so far. At least that I can enjoy some time alone that I can wind down. And thankfully, the past few days haven't had too many interactions with other kindred, and that's a good thing, I suppose. I mean, I don't need to keep face among humans. Or the Lano, for that matter.
It's true, he expects great things.
Well, yeah, but when things are happening, things are happening.
Also true.
Actually, I really can't wait for Friday. I really need this party. I need it so bad. I need this something more normal, I suppose. I mean, as normal as a bondage party can be. I'll see you there, I'm guessing.
Yes, I too could use a break and run ragged.
Hmm.
I'm actually surprised how inactive the rest of the city has been in addressing the threat of the Anarchs and the Sabbat. Sure, of course, are busy building their chantry, but for the rest of the clans, I'm surprised at how silent they've been.
That doesn't mean they're not preparing for anything, does it?
They could be, but then why keep it from everybody else?
Isn't that how it's always going?
Not when it comes to these macro level threats. Generally, if our sect is at war with another, usually we are working together, at least in some capacity or another.
Well, perhaps that war is not really apparent to everyone.
A war will come to them whether they like it or not.
Well, yeah, but not everyone has your information on it.
No, but if they cannot avoid it, then what exactly are they going to do about it?
Well, I suppose at the moment the red lister is the priority, right?
Hmm. We've abated him for the moment. It gives us an opening to deal with other threats. If we can deal with the Sabbat and the Anarchs, we can focus all of our attention on the Red Lister.
You're saying like it's an easy thing.
No, but the Anarchs and the Sabbat we can deal with permanently. The Red Lister seems to enter and leave our reach at a whim. But the Sabbat and the Anarchs we can deal with on a permanent basis.
Can't we just pit them against each other?
Oh, pardon?
Can't we pit them against each other?
The Sabbat are outside the city. When they enter, they'll be a lot stronger. I don't want us to be in that position at all. And there is the possibility that the Sabbat and the Anarchs just simply agree to ignore each other until we're removed from the situation. It's a big gamble to try something like that. I'd rather deal with them separately while we can manage them.
Well, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know which one would be easier either.
The Anarchs, the Sabbat are more. The Sabbat are more of a concern. So I'll be dealing with the Sabbat first.
Couldn't we try to get the anarchs to help with the Sabbat?
Not while we're blood hunting one of their own.
Oh, well, if there's a blood hunt in place, there's probably a good reason for it, right?
Oh yes, he's an agent of the Sabbat. The Anarchs don't believe us.
Are there evidence?
Oh, it's well documented that he tried to kill Seneschal Hennessy in the past.
Well, if they don't want to believe, even at the face of evidence, it's their own issue, I suppose.
Hmm. Well, the impetus for the blood hunt was that we deliberately allowed, well, not we, rather Spudgun was very much permitted to live on the pretense that he would give us that he would deliver us more information on the Sabbat, knowingly or otherwise. He has not, and instead betrayed one of the Anarchs and actively aided a red lister. Or at least said he would.
And yet the anarchs still support him.
Yes, because they're fools.
Oh, I don't understand them. Not even gonna try.
It's
Even
not worth bothering.
even thinking about it's tiring. Anyway, enough of that. Let's talk about something positive, perhaps.
What about?
Well, I guess not many positive things are happening, are there?
Hmm.
Well, Emily invited me to her gym.
Yes, I remember her gym. I've been there once before.
How is it?
It's alright. It's just interesting friends.
Okay, I hope it's not filthy.
No, it wasn't filthy. It was well looked after. It wasn't particularly large, but it was nice enough.
Okay, that's quite a relief, I suppose. Guess now I don't have an excuse to avoid it.
Well, pardon?
Now I don't have an excuse to avoid it.
Well, I believe that's your problem.
Well, I wouldn't want to not go. I mean, she seemed quite nice.
She is.
I wonder how she's going to interact at the party with other people. She seemed very nervous. And it was just the two of us here.
Well, she's very socially awkward. You'll just have to deal with that, I'm afraid.
Well, I just hope it isn't torture for her going there. This wasn't my intention.
Well, if it is, I suspect she'll just leave or not go.
Well, I don't think that she has a choice on that matter. I mean, I did buy her a pretty good outfit for it.
Well, I hope she'll enjoy it then, but what I know about her, I'm not entirely convinced.
Well, yeah, she seemed pretty weirded out by the concept of the club.
Strange for someone like her to be so squeamish.
I don't know if it's being squeamish. I mean, I guess bondage isn't for everyone.
Not really, no. Of course, I don't mind.
Well, I don't mind either, but not in a public setting. I'm a very private person, as you know.
Hmm. Very personal.
Well, not very many people have been able to get close to me, you know.
Well, I'm glad I had the opportunity.
Well, you didn't give me much of a choice there, did you?
That's very true.
Yeah, you just swooped in. And honestly, I'm glad you did. I've been pretty thirsty for an actual connection with another, and I haven't had it in a long, long time, so I'm trying to savor it.
Enjoy it.
Well, I guess we'll see how that goes.
Going pretty well so far.
I'd say so. I suppose you will be escorting Katrina at the party.
I will be.
Yeah, I expect that. I actually like the whole secrecy thing that we have going on here. Increases the excitement.
I didn't know you were that sort of. Well, actually, that's a complete lie. I did know you were that sort of person.
What?
I was going to say I didn't know you were that sort of person, but that was a complete lie because I do.
I think you know that I like things exciting and playful and whatnot. Isn't that what drawn you?
To an extent.
I guess so. So I have an idea.
Do go on.
Well, remember I told you I can teach you how to dance. Wanna try?
Sure, why not?
Okay, let's go back home then. I have a stereo there.
Sure thing. Did you take a taxi here or?
Oh yeah, I always take a taxi here.
Okay, well, we'll take my car then.
Okay. Just let me close up real quick and I'll meet you outside.
Of course.
Just gonna go ahead and check everything out, that everything's in order, locked, and whatnot. And then she will enter the car.
Yeah, they'll drive back to Monique's.
Okay, I guess the larger room would be the studio. So, help me move this lounger out of the way.
Yeah, you'll just help her move it.
Do you have any preference in music? What do you like to learn?
Hmm. Kinda, thanks. Back in, well, it's all been wrapped up into classical as a genre now. Although I personally, well, privately, I'm more of a fan of heavy rock and metal.
Well, yeah, but these aren't. We can't dance those.
You can definitely dance to those.
It's not dancing. I mean, I guess some older stuff you could. Or unless it's something really slow.
I'll choose something.
Well, now you're making me think. And I hate thinking.
The instinctual type.
Well, let's just take a look at what we have in terms of records here, and well, I guess we'll decide. But I don't know, when you say dancing, I'm more on like, uh, the usual. Ah, well, I don't know what is usual for you.
Just choose some standard club music.
You have to define club. Remember, you're the club person. I'm more of a gallery person. I have pretty old tastes in music.
How about uh, why don't we just go with Heartbroken?
I kind of missed that.
Pardon?
I didn't hear you.
Well, let's just go with Heartbroken by J-Hood.
Do I know that?
You can just play it over the phone. Just look it up on SoundCloud or Spotify or something.
Uh, no, wait, out of character. What exactly is that?
How am I more modern than you?
uh, well, I had a pretty specific upbringing, you know. A,
Just look up Heartbroken 2017 on SoundCloud. Francis will just do it.
Oh God. Uh, really? Ah, that reminds me why I avoid clubs.
And you're going to teach me how to dance in one.
Well, I thought we were talking about dancing. That's more like wailing.
Ugh, maybe
I mean, I know ballroom dancing.
not going to be boring dancing in the middle of.
Well, I suppose you're right. Ah, it's gonna be a nightmare. I'm getting
Uh,
the I'm getting the suspicion that I might be a bit old fashioned.
Pardon?
I'm getting the suspicion that I might be old fashioned.
If you're more old-fashioned than me, very much so.
Well, I blame my mother. Well, then I guess we can skip that and just slow dance.
Yeah, I need to BRV for the briefest of moments. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
I'm back, sorry.
Eh.
You already start dancing.
What?
You start dancing, right?
Yeah.
So, Francis, he survived the dance of Madame Gill, so... Um, Francis has absolutely no skill at dancing whatsoever. What enables him to dance to any real degree of decency would be is just his unnatural dexterity, his unnatural life, kind of his just unnatural flexibility and capacity to just correct for the rather large amount of mistakes he makes, and superhuman precision.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but I don't suppose he dances like Theresa May or anything.
No, he dances a lot better than her.
But, I mean, yeah, stick figure dances better than that.
No, he dances. He dances well, but only because he is supernaturally graceful, and that he is fairly athletic.
So he dances quite well then.
So well, he has let's see, he's not practiced. He's just very talented due to his supernatural powers.
Well, and then you said that you didn't know how to dance and that you didn't have talents. There you go. I'd say you're doing quite well.
Only because I'm part of a clan that gives me the power to be so. Before my embrace, I had 2 left feet, so...
Well, I wouldn't know about that. But you will take this opportunity to get a bit closer.
Yeah, he continues to dance with her. He's trying to focus on not stepping on your toes. He is so far doing an okay job at that. Insofar.
Why don't we make things more interesting? And do some fast spins.
The spins he can actually do just because his celerity allows him to do it. He's actually better at that.
Yeah, I fully expect we're gonna fall on our asses, but at least it will be fun. Just don't go very, very fast.
Oh, really?
Well, I don't want to be ejected and thrown on a wall or something.
I don't know, you tempt me.
You wouldn't do that.
Yeah,
Would
you're right, I
you?
can't. You're right, I can't. You win.
Well, let's see how fast I can go.
Monique begins to speed up. Francis is able to keep up with her because of his celerity. That's pretty much it.
Or
Pretty much the
his.
only thing that's carrying him through this dance.
So I expect him to fully, really fall on their asses while spinning and start laughing.
Probably.
Because it's gonna be funny.
Francis is very dramatic about his failure. He flies into a wall.
And Monique is on the ground. Well, at least that was fun. I hope you didn't
Ah,
hurt anything.
it's hard to do so. Other than my pride, of course.
You'll be fine. Nobody else is watching. At least I hope.
Ugh. Don't make me anxious.
Nah, don't worry. Come here. Sit with me. And he's gonna beg on her to sit down on the floor with her.
He does. It was fun.
What?
That was fun.
Yeah, I'm a bit dizzy now. The ceiling is spinning slightly. But it's nice. I love getting speed. The whole world around me seems to be going in slow motion.
That's celerity for you.
Mhm. Well, I suspect that for you it's even more dramatic than it is for me. By a lot, I would guess.
I've gotten used to it over the years.
Well, I guess I have to start using it more so I can get used to it as well. But so far, didn't get many chances to.
Looks like you'll have your chance at Fawns.
Well, it seems that way. Seems that way. She will lean her head on his shoulder while talking.
Just kind of wraps an arm around her and allows her to lean against him.
I've missed you. Want to stick around?
For a little bit.
Hmm. Busy man, huh?
Very, very, very busy.
I see. Well, then, I guess let's use our time wisely. What little we have.
Puts pressure on us to perform, I think.
Perhaps. And he'll just jump up and start walking quite fast out of the room.
Oh, he just follow her.
I guess the rest is history.
We can end the scene. Thank you, Claire, for playing. Thank you, Watcher, for watching. We'll see you next time. We'll watch this. You know what I mean.